Rigging Station, presented by Diamond Fishing Products, makers of the finest monofilament and braided fishing line in the world.
Hey guys, check it out. We're going to show you how to rig an awesome strip bait out of a mullet here in just a few simple steps. We're going to start with an 8 to 10 inch mullet, nice and fresh. This bait is perfect and ready to be cut. The first thing we're going to do is just fillet the one side of the mullet. You can see we're using just a thin razor sharp blade. That's really important. It's also really important that you keep that tail intact, just like that. That's going to give that strip bait lots of action in the water, and it's going to look really natural. The next step is to trim that fillet. We want it to be symmetrical. We don't want it to twist or spin. So we're going to trim just the sides here and just cut off this excess flesh here. Any little finlets that are sticking out, we're going to trim off. You can see again, we just want to put in the extra effort to make sure that that fillet and that strip bait is nice and streamlined. It'll really help it track through the water just perfectly. And all of these little pieces really make a difference. The next thing is trying to cut off some of that excess flesh. You can see there's a little bit too much meat on there, so using this razor sharp knife, we'll just kind of trim away the meat, being really careful not to cut through the fillet. And we'll just peel that off just like that, kind of flatten it out a little bit. Okay, looks like I just need to trim a little bit more up in the corner here because I want it to track nice and smoothly through the water. I don't want that bait to spin. That's really, really important. So I'm just going to trim off those corners just to make it a little bit more streamlined. And once I do that, I'll tell you what, this fillet, this strip bait's pretty much ready to rig. It's really that simple. It's not that challenging. I'm going to figure out exactly where my 7/0 long shank hook is going to exit the bait. I'm going to pierce it right through that fillet, directly in the center of the fillet. Again, that's really important to prevent that bait from spinning. I'll poke a little hole in the top. I've got a little piece of excess wire right where I put my hook on with the haywire twist. That's going to hold that strip bait right on the line. I'm going to slide a little islander or a little skirt down over top of the mullet strip, and boom, I am ready to go. You can pull that anywhere in the spread and you're going to catch fish.